So for task 4, what we're going to do is add data to our customer table. And there's a couple different ways you can insert values. So the first method we're going to do is basically insert into customers, that's the table, and we're just going to say values. And then because we're going to insert a value for everything, we don't have to tell it the columns. And you'll notice that all of the data in this particular table is character data. So it all has to be in single quotes. Okay. And then for the very last value, I don't have anything to enter for that, so I did put in null. Because if you use this technique, you have to have something for every column. Now, there is another way that you can enter data. And looking here at our columns, there's only 2 that are actually required. If they say not null, those columns are required. So we have to put something in customer ID and company name, but the rest we don't have to put data into. So our second row that we're going to add, we are only going to be putting the data into those 2 columns. So we're going to do insert into customers, and then we're going to tell it the columns, okay? Customer ID and company name. And then we've got values, and then we're only going to be using the 2 values. For our third way of adding data, doing insert into customers with values, doing this 3 times is a little tedious. This third technique does save you just a little bit of time. You can do insert into customer values once, and then do a separate row for each of the rows you want to add. And you'll notice that we've got every single column specified here, and then we put a comma at the end. And then on the next row, it's the same thing with a comma on the end. We're only adding 3 rows, so at the end of the third one, we put in a semicolon. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And you can see that it added my first row, it added the second, and then it did 3 at one time here.